We'll start with an opening statement and go into questions for Coach Yolett.
Just really appreciative for the crowd that came out. I don't think we make the run back without them. I hope that the community and the students understand how important they are to our success, any team's success. You know, when we started to make the comeback, the place erupted. They couldn't even call their plays. There was a lot of confusion on their end, and for us, it was just an adrenaline boost for our team. And so I want to thank the student section. That's the first time we really had like Club Red, the Disruptors, they call themselves tonight. Like that was the first time since I've been here, and this year 8 has been like that. We've had great crowds, but not with the students. I just want to, you know, express my appreciation for them, and then obviously the fans coming out. Listen, I'm a part of Oxford. It's tough to come out during the week, especially at 8 p.m. You know, we got school tomorrow. I'm up at 6:15 making lunch for my kids tomorrow morning, and so you know, a lot of them made sacrifices and came out, and that meant a lot to our team.
I know it's early December, but to win a game like this against a team like that, what does this do for you guys?
Well, I think for our team, it definitely gives them a level of confidence, no question. This is our first top 25 game with this team, and so there was a lot of newness, you know, and a lot of our players hadn't been in this environment before. Honestly, none of them in the role that we had them in. And so it was pretty special for us. You know, people have been saying, oh, they don't know who we are, and I'm sure they'll move the goalposts again tonight. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, this was a good win for us at home. You know, if I'm being completely honest, had they beat us, I would have felt like it was an upset. I felt like we should have won the game. If I'm being complete, and that is no disrespect to Notre Dame. So we just had to buckle down and get better as the game went on after we got all the jitters out.
Sorry, excuse me.
What was the halftime adjustments, or was it just like Cody said, y'all weren't playing, y'all was doing basketball?
Yeah, so what happened was, you know, sometimes Hidalgo is so dynamic, she makes you question, like, what you do. So in the first quarter, we were like, oh, we got to trap her and all this stuff. And it really messed us up because that's just not who we are. And after we were getting our butts whooped with it, I just told the team, and you can see the change starting in the second quarter. I just said, we're going to play how we play. And if we lose, we'll lose that way. We're not going to lose trying to do something new and fancy because she's just so dynamic. And so the adjustments was I did go bigger. That way we can naturally just switch out when we need to. And then, you know, and our team just felt more comfortable playing our defense, which we know is pretty effective. So that was the adjustment. And just getting them to calm down at halftime. I didn't fuss and scream. I didn't realize we were down 19 just because, like, I was kind of just coaching the game quarter by quarter. And once I saw in the second we won that 15-11, I was like, man, I knew offensively they would be on my end and we'll make those adjustments. But defensively, I needed us to be solid, and I thought we did a good job.
The three-pointer to start the second half really changed momentum. What did you feel that moment meant for the team, and did that kind of second half or the halftime adjustments that y'all talked about in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, it was a relief. It was a relief that because we couldn't make shots. We were getting shots. We were just missing them at first. But, you know, I just told them, like, you just got to still shoot it because you don't know the one that we're going to need to help us win. Like, Brescia was 0 for 6, and then she made a huge 3 in transition to give us like a 5-point spread. Like that mattered. That was the one she hit, but it was such an important one. And, you know, one of the things I learned from our team versus Memphis is we are a resilient group, and we really don't ever count ourselves out. And that is just a testament to their character. And so the talks were positive for the most part in the huddle. And but that shot that we made, you know, it gave them like a relief, like, okay, we can do this. We can play basketball.
Did that Memphis win now feel like it's going to be more critical than maybe you thought it did at that point of the season?
Yeah, it's no question. I mean, you know, I'm glad we got this game in because we're going to play tons of ranked teams once we get in conference play. And I'm telling you, it was a lot of newness. New for Christine, new for Cody. I mean, every single player, it was a lot of newness for them. So, you know, I was really interested to see how they would come out. I knew they wanted to play well. They weren't afraid. It was more so the game plan initially, and then just getting them to calm down and do what we do. And so more so that was a lesson for me too. Like, yo, do what you do. You know, you've had the top defense in the country for a long time. Don't start switching up. Like, just do what we do, and that starts with me, and then the rest of the team follow through. But the Memphis game really tested us from a character standpoint, and we were really resilient tonight for sure.
You've thrown Cody into this point guard role this season. What did you learn from her in that role tonight, and essentially her continuing to just find a will to win for this team tonight? What did you learn about her mentality and her point guard role tonight?
I didn't learn anything from Cody. I believe in Cody. You know, when we got her, our conversations was simple. Like, I said, I think I can help you, and in return, I think you can help me. One of the things that really surprised me with her is she hadn't been utilized as much in different ways because Cody is a competitor and she's a winner. I trust her. And so, you know, as she gets more comfortable playing the point, I think is even going to be better for us because it allows us to be really big like we need to be. And so for me, I didn't learn anything. I just really believe in her. I believe in our whole team. Christine, did Christine even score in the first half? I think she had like 6, so then she rattled off, you know, another 12 and then 13. I got solid character kids in that locker room. Like, seriously. Like, this is the most, from a character standpoint, from 1 to 12, like, they're solid people. And so I'm not saying I hadn't had that before, but not 1 to 12, not all 12. So I just trust them, and their character just showed tonight, and that's how come we got the win.
With Christine, did you see this kind of jump coming? She's more than doubled her scoring. She's doubled her rebounding. Did you see this sort of progression coming?
Yeah, okay, so I recruited Christine in high school, and Christine was a big-time basketball player, and then she went to UCLA and didn't play as much freshman and sophomore year. When that happens, it takes a while for you to get your confidence back. And I always knew she was capable of doing this. Again, another high-character player, someone that I feel like people need to look at for the WNBA because of what she brings on and off the court. And I'm not surprised. And I think she's going to continue to get this return because of the deposits she puts in every single day. You know, when we come out here, you guys get to see 40 minutes. But these young ladies are putting in hours all week. And what you're seeing is just a payback for the work that they put in. And Christine, she puts in that work.
Any more questions? Awesome.
Thank y'all.